the Princess of Wales has finished her chemotherapy treatments and has said her focus is to stay cancer-free.
Yes, she's made this announcement in a heartfelt family video, which was very glossy, highly produced, showed her spending private time, unlike that we've ever seen before, with her husband, Prince William, future King of England and, well, Great Britain, and, of course, their 3 gorgeous children.
And there we go. If you're watching on TV now, there's some highlights of the beautiful 3-minute clip. Princess Catherine, of course, revealed in March that she was undergoing cancer treatment and has been out of public view ever since.
Well, she's set to carry out a few engagements before the end of the year, which could include remembrance events in November. And, of course, her annual Christmas Carol concert. She surprised us all last year, didn't she, playing the piano so beautifully, just weeks before we now know she was admitted for very serious surgery. January.
Let's get the latest on this now from Kinsey Schofield, our royal and showbiz reporter stateside. Good morning, Kinsey. How's this gone down in America? We have to say over here, all the front page is dominated by beautiful pictures of the Walesers. From that beautiful clip, the montage we saw. How's it gone down over there?
Yeah, it was absolutely breaking news. When you look at any of the polling here in the States, the Princess of Wales is the #1 most popular member of the British royal family. As she so poignantly pointed out in that video, you know, really everybody is affected with cancer in some way, shape, or form. And so you were incredibly touched by her message and the fact that she said, I am with you. She understands the pain that other people are going through. And, you know, she wants to celebrate this small victory because, as we know, it's not over yet. Her entire focus has to be staying cancer-free and staying healthy for her babies.
Yeah, the timing of all of this, there are reports, I haven't seen it, I have to say myself, but that a teaser for Harry and Meghan's latest Netflix project dropped just hours after this video was released by Kensington Palace. What's your take on that? Do you think that they would have been tipped off that this has just come out, or do you think this was a mistake, or is this cynical?
I think it's the worst possible coincidence. I think that if Netflix, if their PR team, their marketing team were as good as they're probably paid to be, knowing that Harry and Meghan got $100,000 for their deal, that they should have seen that video and known that it was time to pull that information and release it at a different date, because I felt like it looked very vulgar and opportunistic to release it after such a compelling and intimate message from the Princess of Wales.
I mean, as you said, surely the guys at Netflix who are paid lots of money, their expertise in their field, surely they would have seen in time this video was released and the announcement from the Walesers and Catherine, and they could have delayed it by a couple of days. The fact they didn't do that makes some people think that it was deliberately put out to quell the sparks of this announcement.
Once again, the royal spotlight has shifted, and not everyone's happy about it. The video opens with dramatic headlines and quick cuts between Harry and Meghan's recent public appearance and footage of the Prince and Princess of Wales. The narration frames the story as a brewing rivalry, one where the Sussexes are accused of upstaging William and Kate. While the Waleses marked a significant royal engagement, the Sussexes made a surprise announcement of their own. This portion gives background, likely referencing William and Kate's event, perhaps a charity or mental health initiative, and how Harry and Meghan released photos, statements, or a new media appearance around the same time. Critics say the timing was no coincidence, accusing the couple of deliberately drawing attention away from the royal family. Commentators and royal experts appear here, offering quotes that call the Sussexes' move petty, self-serving, or a PR misfire. Visuals may include tabloid headlines, talk show clips, or social media reactions. Supporters of the Sussexes, however, see it differently. The narration might pivot briefly to balance the narrative, explaining that Harry and Meghan's media work is independent, and any overlap was coincidental. This keeps the video from sounding purely one-sided. Royal commentators suggest the tension between the couples is far from over. This section often features pundits discussing long-term implications, the ongoing rift, branding clashes, and how each couple handles public relations. As the royal feud continues to make headlines, one thing is certain: both sides know how to keep the world watching. The ending summarizes public reaction and reiterates the petty accusation in a reflective tone, suggesting ongoing drama and media fascination.
Well, I understand why a lot of people do feel that way, because we have seen Harry and Meghan, their one-upmanship in the past. For instance, when the Princess of Wales announced and thrilled us all that she was going to be at Trooping of the Colour, within hours, one of Meghan and Harry's friends posted her dog biscuits on Instagram. And then it blew up. Oh, American Riviera Orchard now has dog biscuits. So there are definite examples where it feels like Harry and Meghan are trying to steal the spotlight. It's unfortunate. It's especially unfortunate when this is such a beautiful video, you know, an intimacy like I've never seen before. And to the point where I imagine that this is the type of intimacy that Prince William might be uncomfortable with, but is making this sacrifice not only for his wife, but for, you know, these people, that these thousands of people that have sent well wishes to their family. And, you know, it looks yucky if the Sussexes are really up to that, and very petty.
I have to say, not only was it, you know, the first time I've ever really seen Prince William making these sort of public displays of affection, it's the first time I've ever seen the Princess of Wales, Catherine, looking vulnerable. There was a particular picture when she was resting her head on his shoulder, almost clinging on to him, a real sort of public demonstration of how frail she has been. It was really intimate. It felt like a privilege, really, to be able to see it. Do you think we'll ever see this kind of intimacy from the Waleses again?
I don't. I think that this was, you know, they wanted to give us a little bit of insight into what's been going on in their lives this summer. But I also think they wanted to caution us about what's to come. The Princess of Wales is not just going to throw herself back into work. And so it was a very beautiful way of saying, you know, we need to manage your expectations going forward. And I, again, like you said, what a privilege to be able to see this aspect of their lives. And I really felt like it was them telling us, family first, and we want to manage your expectations. The Princess of Wales is not going to be back to back. We're not going to see her the way that we used to see her.
And that's the message I took from it. You know, regardless of material wealth and resources and societal standing, cancer hits anybody and everybody. And Catherine was saying in the video, the one thing I've learned and realised is that the most important thing in life is to love and to be loved. And it just sent tingles up my spine. It was such a beautiful message.
Absolutely. And, you know, I hate to bring up the Sussexes again, but Prince Harry, in his book Spare, he alludes to the fact that the Princess of Wales, Catherine, just fit the mold. You know, Meghan was problematic because she didn't fit that mold that the royal family has to have. And that's insulting to Prince William, because this is the love of his life. And you see that in that video, that this man is absolutely enamored with the woman he chose, and that they are truly in love and they love their little family.
How could he not be? How could he not be? Kinsey, thank you so much. It's so nice to be talking about good news in relation to the Princess of Wales with you. Hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kinsey. I'm so happy for William as well, because, of course, he's gone through a terrible time in his childhood. And in those situations, I always find you can choose to be a victim and, you know, kind of go down the wrong path in life and blame your parents or things that happen to you, or you can try and build your own, you know, amazing future, your own family. And he seems to, I don't know these guys personally, of course, but he seems to have done that. Yeah,
he seems to be a lovely son-in-law as well, and very close to the Middletons. It's very heartwarming. We wish them all the best, and I really do hope that she continues to stay cancer-free.
Do you know what I really loved about this video? I mean, besides the fact that Kate appears to be getting better and is getting over the worst of it, is there was a sense that she was trying to tell us that despite the riches and the material situation and their societal rankings, all that matters at the end of the day, and she's realised this, is love and being loved.
And family.
I love that.
And that was something that I was struck almost immediately when I watched the video. I also thought her driving the Land Rover was an homage to, you know, the late, great Queen Elizabeth. But also, it was very much her saying, I'm in control. I've got this. And she was driving through to the... But the other side of it was, the funny side of it for me was, I just couldn't get Theresa May and the fields
running through the fields.
my head as well, you know, that was it. But as you said, Ben, they've got all the trappings of amazing wealth and responsibility with that, with their duty. But also, I just got that sense of feeling of love, of family, of support. We saw her parents in the video as well. They are a normal family as much as they can be normal. And I thought it was beautiful. And I thought in Montecito, they won't be plucking their chickens, they'll be spitting feathers.
Very good. I mean, look, I think video aside, I'm just so relieved to hear she's done her chemo. She's talking about getting back to public duties because we are low on royals, let's be honest. And, you know, she's the future queen of this country. Her being healthy and back with her family, look at, they all look so happy.
They look so happy and
how grown
relaxed.
up they all look as well. And I think it's just such a wonderful, wonderful thing to celebrate. I mean, anybody, it doesn't matter whether you like the royals or not, can celebrate somebody passing through chemo and getting over a cancer diagnosis, which I think is just such beautiful news.
Yeah, there's so many layers to it. I think they've sort of talked about the healing side of nature by being outdoors, a very outdoorsy family. They're sort of showing us a different side to their children. And there was the sweetheart element of it as well, you know, not just only as them as parents, but I've never seen Prince William doing a public display of affection like
I've never seen any royal with an openly public emotional response to touch, to feel, to kissing, being with someone. It was just so lovely.
It was just all of it. I mean, it was a lot of homage to King Charles as well, with his nature element of his, obviously.
I didn't get that.
Reign. No, I did straight away. I felt that was very much like part of his gig for the royal family. But it just all felt very normal almost. And I think that was what they were going for with the video. Make it as normal as possible.
And I love her dress. Her dress is beautiful and new.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Well, no, not quite the same. But I just loved seeing the way she was embracing, especially George, because I always feel like George is an anxious, serious child, and there's a particular still in some of the papers of her really squeezing him tight. And I've got a boy as well. It just really pulled on the old heartstrings. I know.
Oh,
sorry.
don't get him off again.
Don't set
Ben Leo off.
I hate to tarnish the video and the announcement, but of course Harry and Meghan did release their own documentary trailer.
Of course they did.
An hour or two after.
Oh,
Any
so
feathers
out
being
of touch.
spat out.
That surely had to be just a coincidence.
It's just don't. I mean, do we even need to mention them?
I think, if anything, it shows the disconnect between them, the royals, and Harry and Meghan. Not only would they have not known, I think, about Kate releasing that video, which shows how disconnected they actually are from royal life these days, but they probably saw it and thought post it anyway, which I think is a horrendous thing to do.
It's the lack of judgment.
Yeah.
The complete and utter lack of judgment.
She's got PR people who will be calling her up going, look, Catherine's just released this video. Do you want to post this? And they've gone, yeah. It's nothing to do with us. So I think that, for me, is really out of touch. Even if you waited a day, I mean, I would have waited a week, personally. It wouldn't have changed anything for them. But I do think it shows that the rift is still very much there.
Right.